Welcome back to the Stratos Fair. Just doing a few checkups. Yes, I think I said the oil light came on when I was coming home the other day. Checked the oil level and it's fine. Well, I say the oil light came on, it kind of flickered a little bit on and off at various times. So I'm not sure what that's all about, what I need to check next. Do need to do something about those clips, make sure they don't come loose again. I think I've over-tightened that one a little, to be honest. Better safe than sorry, eh? But hopefully not done any damage to the actual tube itself. And then Mike noticed that this has got a little split in it, so we need to do something about that there, yeah. Michael wasn't too keen on my duct tape idea, but I've had a better one. Well, I was thinking of one of these, but even this big boy is not big enough, unfortunately. So scrap that idea. So I've gone for some other tape. This fibre fix stuff, which I can't remember what I bought it for in the first place. It didn't do that job very well. I'm not over impressed with it, actually. I think, honestly, duct tape would have been just as good, if not better. This is supposed to be really super sticky, and it really isn't. And it's quite rigid, so it doesn't kind of adhere as well. We'll see. So for this, I'm going to use one of these. I think they're called ear clips. I'll call them booby clips because Ricky Booby likes using them. I don't think you'd want to clip them on your boobies though. They're a nice clip to put on. They're a bit of a bitch to get off, but that should hold it nicely. All clamped up. And of course, lastly, we're going to just check the CV joint again. See if they've come loose. Well, thankfully, good news. They had not come loose, which I suspected because there was no sign of any additional kind of grease on the engine casing there. So it's encouraging slightly. The real bummer is that, yeah, a crack in the windscreen. Unfortunately, it's quite a common occurrence in Arizona. A lot of loose stones lying around. I mean, particularly up our road here. But I'm never normally following anything that kicks them up. I was aware following a car yesterday on the freeway that a stone had flown up, but I didn't see the chip. Maybe it split kind of later on. So of course getting a new windscreen is a total nightmare because it would involve Lister Bell and whoever they get them from in the UK, I believe. Getting it shipped and then fitted, that'd be fun and expensive. Although in theory, my State Farm car insurance covers windscreens for free until they get a £2 bill, I'm sure. They do it on the Maserati for free and they do it on the FJ for free. God knows what would happen if the Bel Air one went, because that would be the same situation as this. God knows where you get one of those from. Not your average windscreen. No. So what I've decided to do is order some of that windscreen repair stuff. I looked online, I looked at Amazon and had carried a couple of brands that I recognise, one of course being Rain-X. One would hope that that is a quality product and it is winging its way to me now. So we'll see what that does. I will try it out first. The FJ. See, I told you it was a common problem here. So that's split all the way across there. All the way down. I've been driving around like that for months, maybe a year even. So yeah, I'm going to try it out in there. So stay tuned, that's coming up next. Apparently, according to the instructions I read, you've got to clean the area thoroughly first. That'll be a bit of a shock for the old girl. Don't remember the last time I cleaned her. Well, it's only the windscreen. So if you tuned in for some more driving video, you're shit out of luck. No, there might be some at the end. I'll see. See how far we get. Before we get on to the windscreen repair thing, and before we get on to any driving, my buddy Mr. Molesworth has been up to mischief. Yes, in addition to his glorious collection of cars that you probably know about, the Alpine, A110, the Integrale, the Noble, and some other weird American thing. He has a Lancia Stratos, yes, a Hawk from way back that he bought in fairly sorry state, and proceeded to paint the wrong colour, obviously. Each their own. But he has started putting it together, yes. Not only that, he has sneaked in a rather interesting motor, bearing in mind that it came with a Honda 4-pot. This is quite extravagant. That's why he was poking around mine at the Prescott Rally, having a look at how things were done. Anyway, he's only gone and slammed in a Ferrari 308 motor. Very nice. 3 litre, obviously. Couple of extra cylinders. Superfluous, I believe. Anyway, jolly nice. Bound to sound excellent. And apparently it's a race-tuned motor as well, so he might be able to keep up. You never know. So, here it is. And let's go through the instructions, which are very clear and concise. And we're going to be doing cracks as opposed to bullet holes. Yeah. Hot tip number 1, open the package and unfold the instructions on a very clean surface. I did it over the floor, and all the curing strips fell out onto the floor, so they're now a little bit dirty. Not a good start. The second fly in the magical ointment is that it's recommended not for cracks more than 12 inches long. So I don't think I'm going to be able to test it on the FJ, because that crack is about 3 foot long, 4 foot long. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? So we're going to have to go straight to the Stratos. So I have dutifully cleaned the windscreen with none other than another Rain-X product, which I thoroughly recommend too. I have to say I'm a little nervous about doing this, but I guess it can't go any worse. I have seen it done once before, actually back in the UK with my Corvette C6. I got a bullet hole type deal in the windscreen on one of the first trips out on it, which was very frustrating. That time around I did not attempt it myself. I called in a local guy, and he did it. A very interesting chap. As the time I was living very near the Aston Martin factory in Newport Pagnell, and he used to work there, and he knew everything there was to know about windscreens. So by way of passing on some of that information, he said at the Aston factory, having installed a windscreen, they would not move the car for 48 hours to let everything cure properly without any possibility of movement. I've talked to guys who've replaced windscreens over here on the FJ and such, and they say that's not necessary with the modern bonding stuff, but if you can leave it, the longer you can, the better, I feel. Anyway, that's not going to be the case with this situation, because you're supposed to do the actual filling application of the fluid out of direct sunlight, and then put it into direct sunlight for 5 to 10 minutes to allow it to cure. So we're going to have to do it in the garage and then wheel it out into the sunshine. Not quite sure how much of the application I'm going to be able to film, because I don't want any big heavy cameras dangling over the windscreen with the possibility of falling off and creating more damage. So we'll see how it goes. Well, having watched a few videos on YouTube of various muppets like me trying to give this windshield repair a go, with dubious amounts of success, honestly, I think it is safer to call in somebody who knows what they're doing. Now, I know it seems fairly straightforward, but there is a degree of experience and knowing the materials, etc., and what to do when. And as I said, I've had this done on my Corvette in the UK with great success, and that windshield lasted another 10 years or whatever it was. So yeah, but seeing as I bought the kit, I might try it out in the FJ just for shits and giggles. So look forward to that mini episode. Yes, I have episodes. Just in case any of you American fellow LB Stratos owners are interested, the cost to ship a new windscreen, including the price of windscreen, from the UK is around about 850 quid. So $1,000 plus. So I'm thinking it might be pertinent to fix one of these. What do you think? Well, they came, they saw, they did not conquer. And that's he talking about now. Yeah, we're back on the windscreen stuff.
Yeah, so because the start of the damage is at the very bottom of the windscreen,
they would have had to put a lot of pressure on to effectively pump the repair fluid up the crack, and they were convinced that all that would do was extend the crack further. And that's what I mean about professionals. You know, they've done it before, they know what they're talking about. So it's a non-starter. I could give it a go with this. It might make a difference. Interested to know if any of you have ever tried using that windshield repair stuff, and if so, what results and how you found it and what you think of it. So do leave it in the comments below. But the reality is, I have spoken with the insurance company, and they are happy to get a new windscreen. So that's what we're going to do. Apparently, $1,200 is not extortionate for a windshield in this day and age. Apparently, a lot of vehicles run to 2,000 and more, and that's domestic vehicles here in the US. I promise next time around we'll get some driving in early as well. If nothing else, we've got to find out what's going on with the oil pressure warning light. I forgot to mention when talking about that, the gauge was showing good pressure, so I wasn't overly worried. I had something similar on my Maserati Grand Sport. It turned out to be the pressure sensor gauge thing, which was faulty. Nothing wrong with the motor itself at all. Talking of driving clips, here's a couple of pictures that the boys in the Porsche 944 took on the mountain drive the other week. So this episode's been much to do about nothing. And no driving, so you're probably not even watching anymore. If you are, of course, I appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe down here somewhere. And of course, encourage others to watch my lunacy.